Rahul Garg, who started a job in an IT company, often receives spam calls. Because of this, his boss has scolded him many times. Despite being an IT engineer, he is not able to stop spam calls in his own phone. This is not just Rahul's problem. Most of the people are frustrated with the unwanted spam calls. The latest survey of local circles shows that 64% of the people in the country get 3 or 4 more spam calls every day. Unwanted messages or calls are called spam. Most of these calls are on offers related to bank accounts, loan offers, offers on insurance policies, real estate, etc. It is a matter of concern that even 95 of such users who have registered themselves for Do Not Disturb, that is DND, are receiving spam calls on their mobiles. The Department of Telecommunications had last year proposed measures to crack down on spam calls. Some steps have been taken in this direction, but all of them have been unsuccessful. Instances of fraud through spam calls are continuously increasing in the country. Despite being registered in the Do Not Disturb list of telecom regulator TRAI, a large number of people get spam calls and are falling prey to hoaxes of spammers. After getting registered in the DND, there are only 5% of people who do not get spam calls. Others are harassed by spam calls from banks, insurance agents, car dealers, people offering spa services, brokers, etc. Truecaller report states that India is among those countries where customers receive high number of spam calls and messages. It was ranked 4th in the list of top countries affected by spam calls in 2021. Sales or telemarketing calls accounted for 93.5% of all spams in India. You will be surprised to know that during 2021, one spammer had made more than 202 million spam calls. If we dive into the bottom of Truecallers report, we find that 6,64,000 calls were made daily by the same spammer and 27,000 calls were made every day, every hour from the same spammer. The report states that on a monthly basis the average number of spam calls per user is 16.8. Brazil is the country with most spam calls in the world with 32.9 spam calls per user on monthly basis. It has topped the list in the last 4 consecutive years. Now, the biggest question is, how can you get rid of spam calls? In this regard, cybersecurity expert Divya Tanwar says that vigilance is the most efficient way to avoid spam calls and cyber frauds. If you get any spam call, never talk to that person. People associated with the world of cybercrime often try to lure you by extending offers. If you do not talk to them, then they will understand that they have called the wrong guy. If you listen to them, sooner or later they will be able to entice you by extending various types of offers. So far, there is no effective solution to get rid of problems of spam calls. However, keep blocking spam calls through apps like Truecaller. Smartphone application identifies the spam caller when you receive the call. So, whenever you get a spam call, just don't pick it up. Avoid talking to spammers. This is the most efficient way to avoid cyber fraud.